Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now Battleground Season 34 just finished, and that means that Battleground Season 35 is set to start in less than a week. And this is a bit special Battleground Season because the community voted for these metas. So, one thing to be made perfectly clear here: you do not get to blame Kabam for this. This is what community decided. There were like 4 options for each weeks 1 and 2, and 4 options for weeks 2 and 3. This is what community chose. And again, any frustrations about Battlegrounds metas being very bad or sucking? On you guys. It's on all of us. So, Battleground Season 35 is officially here, and this time we're introducing a player-voted meta. We hope you cast your vote and ready for new strategized challenges. There you go. The season will start, weeks 1 and 2, Wednesday, January the 14th, so less than a week away. And upcoming buff metas pre-season and victory track buffs. Actually, it's exactly the same this time around to Gladiator Circuit week 1 and 2. There's no extra node added to that either. And it is Invade. So both champions have 100% block penetration and 300% increased attack rating when hitting the block. So parrying is going to hurt, but hitting opponent's block is going to be a viable strategy. Especially with the kinetic absorption node. Whenever the attacker strikes the defender's block with basic attacks, the attacker gains 4% of their max power. So the immediate, things that people kind of like to go to is like Halfling Valkyrie Massacre. But there will be a lot of kind of like hidden gems in this meta as well. For example, Sentinel is going to be absolutely bonkers. You hit opponent's block, you gain power, you ramp yourself up meanwhile, and then you drop a level 2 in the block, and those incinerates with 300% potency. Opponent's kind of dead. Similarly, Kate Bishop is making a comeback. Drop that level 2 in the block and just about anything will die. Spider-Punk also is one of those. And there's going to be quite a few champions that turn into an absolute nukes. That's not to mention that there will be also plenty of multi-hit champions that are going to ramp up super quickly. So for instance, somebody like Quicksilver can be an intriguing choice. But in general, champions with like double medium attacks, for instance, they will be getting to their specials quicker as well. So this is a fairly interesting and unique meta. Now I do need to go and test it out to remind myself exactly how it works, build a deck around, and then I'll make the MVP video. But players do remember this fairly fondly. Next up, we have the preseason and Gladiator Circuit weeks 3 and 4 buffs. And this is also going to be different than we remember it last time, because last time we had an offensive tactic where all the tactic champions could apply passive degeneration, and therefore they worked with Polka power. My apologies. However, this time around, let me switch off notifications there. This time around, there is no such offensive buff. There is an offensive buff that effectively lets offensive dot champions apply damaging effects, gain wishes buffs, basically. Your offensive dot champions, whenever they apply a damaging effect, they gain a 15% wishes buff lasting 20 seconds, max stacks 5, so your dots will do more damage. But realistically, that's hardly the point of this meta to begin with, because yes, it is Polka power, so the attacker gains no power from landing or receiving attacks, since they are granted 12% of a power bar per second while the defender is suffering from damaging effects. The key aspect here is power shield though. So the special attacks are going to go brrr, and you guys are going to get to nuke things as soon as you reach those specials. For instance, somebody like Deadpool X-Force will just about surely annihilate anybody with a level 1 in this meta. But a lot of champions will be completely gimped and basically unusable in this meta. Additionally, there is Hurt Locker to make things more interesting, forcing you to alternate which special attacks you use. And this is definitely going to be a fairly specific meta, which I am sure that we're going to hear from quite a few people, because again, many of the top champions in like each of the classes will just not function. For instance, Spider-Woman, not going to work at all. most of the science champions in general will not be working. Like, Scorpion and Human Torch will be offensively viable, but, champs like Void Thing, the She-Hulks, they gain no power. Photon gains no power. Spider-Woman's gonna gain no power. Hulks gain no power. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, especially, Science class is gonna be quite heavily gimped in that one. And then, for instance, going in the Tech class, again, FAM can work, and FAM's kind of like an option, but you can't use Guardian. You wouldn't be able to use Nimrod, for instance. He gains no dots without access to special attacks. Shocker gains no power in this. Starhand Spider-Man is still good enough, by the way. I seem to recall Starhand Spider-Man still working fine enough, even if you don't have access to specials, because you just kill them with your basics. But it's gonna be interesting for sure. You can change up the dynamics of the battlegrounds quite a bit, and will be absolutely interesting to see what works best. As always, I will be uploading the potential MVP videos, and then I'm gonna let you in what type of deck I'm using and so on and so forth. But let me know what you guys think of the metas and whether you look forward to them. But I will go now. See ya. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about